Every single year, businesses waste over $150 billion on software they barely use. The tools were supposed to make work faster, smarter, and easier. Instead, they are draining budgets, paralyzing teams, and creating chaos that nobody signed up for. And the worst part? Most leaders have absolutely no idea it is happening inside their own organizations. To understand how we got here, we need to go back. Not decades, just about 25 years. Before cloud software existed, running a business meant buying expensive one-time licenses, shipping boxes of disks, and maintaining physical servers that cost a fortune just to keep the lights on. Then everything changed. Salesforce launched in 1999 with one radical idea: software you do not install, you just log in. The cloud revolution was born, and it was genuinely transformative. Suddenly, a 5-person startup could access the same quality of tools as a Fortune 500 corporation. Customer relationship management, accounting, project management, human resources, communication, every category exploded with options. By 2024, the average company with more than 250 employees is using over 130 different software applications. 130. Think about that for a moment. And yet, despite all of this technology, productivity gains have been stubbornly flat for most organizations. Something is not adding up. The tools are multiplying. The results are not. Here is what is really happening. The SaaS model is not just a new way to distribute software. It is a fundamental change in how software companies make money, and that change has enormous consequences for you as a buyer. In the old world, you bought software once. The company had to build something genuinely great to earn your purchase. In the new world, you subscribe, month after month, year after year, and once you subscribe, the software company's entire incentive structure shifts. They no longer need to earn your continued business by being excellent. They just need to make leaving painful enough that you stay. This is called the retention economy, and it creates very specific behaviors from software vendors. First, they make it incredibly easy to get started and extremely painful to leave. Data exports are buried. Integrations break when you cancel. Your team builds workflows around the tool. Second, vendors grow through expansion revenue. They don't just want your subscription fee. They want you buying more seats, more add-ons, more premium tiers, more integrations. Third, and this is the critical one, they compete on features, not outcomes. Every demo is impressive. Every marketing page is beautiful. But ask any sales rep, what will this tool specifically do for my bottom line? Most cannot answer that question, because most software companies do not even track your actual results. So, how do smart organizations keep falling into this trap? It almost always starts the same way. There is one person, a power user, who falls in love with a tool and champions it internally. They schedule the demo. Everyone is impressed. The contract gets signed, but then reality shows up. Implementation takes 3 times longer than promised. Training costs more than anyone expected. And 6 months later, half the team is not using it because it never actually fit their workflow in the first place. Research shows the average company uses only 47% of the software features they pay for. Less than half. Some studies put that number even lower. The typical enterprise wastes 30% of its entire software budget on tools that are either completely unused or severely underused. That is not a technology problem. That is a decision-making problem. Companies are evaluating software the completely wrong way. They are being dazzled by feature lists and polished demos when they should be asking entirely different questions. Questions about their actual workflows, their real users, their measurable outcomes. The problem is not the technology. The problem is the buying process itself. So what does smart software evaluation actually look like? The companies that consistently get this right follow a framework that is deceptively simple, but rarely practiced. Step 1. Start with the outcome, not the tool. Before looking at any software demo, write down exactly what problem you are trying to solve and how you will know if it is solved. Not something vague like improved team communication, something specific. something measurable, something like reduce the average time our sales reps spend on data entry by 30% within 60 days. Step 2. Identify the real users, not just the decision makers. In most companies, the person who signs the contract is completely different from the person who uses the software 8 hours a day. Their opinions often diverge dramatically. The best software buying decisions involve daily users early in the process. Their friction points are what determine whether adoption actually happens. Step 3. Run a structured pilot with clear success criteria. 60 to 90 days, real data, real workflows, not a curated demo environment, and measure the right things. Actual time saved, errors reduced, revenue influenced, not user satisfaction surveys, not feature adoption scores. Outcomes. Did the problem you defined in step 1 actually get solved? Step 4. Build a switching cost analysis before you commit. What happens if this does not work out? How hard is it to export your data? What workflows will break? What is the migration path to another tool? These questions should be asked before signing the contract, not 6 months later when you are deeply locked in. Now, let us talk about return on investment, because this is where most companies completely lose the plot. Software vendors will show you calculators that promise extraordinary returns. 40% productivity gains, 300% return on investment, $2 million saved annually. These numbers are almost always fiction, built on best-case assumptions, optimistic adoption rates, and a definition of productivity that sounds impressive in a spreadsheet and does not exist in the real world. Here's how to build a real ROI case. Start with true costs, not just the subscription fee. Add implementation time multiplied by your team hourly rate. Add training costs, migration expenses, the productivity hit during transition. That is your real investment. Then look at benefits, but be brutally conservative. If a vendor claims a tool saves 10 hours per team member per week, build your model around 3 or 4. Things take longer. Adoption is never perfect. Good software evaluation means modeling your worst case scenario, your most likely scenario, and your best case scenario. Then ask yourself, is this worth it even in the worst case? If the answer is yes, sign the contract. If you need the best case to make the numbers work, walk away. The business software landscape has never been more powerful and never more dangerous. But here's the truth that the best companies already know. The winners with technology are not using more software. They are using less of it, far better. They choose with discipline. They implement with patience. They measure with honesty. And when something is not working, they cut it, even when it's painful. That is what SaaS IQ is all about. Every week we go deep on the tools that actually move the needle, with honest reviews, real implementation insights, and zero sponsored fluff. If you want to make smarter software decisions, hit subscribe right now, and drop a comment below. What is the biggest software mistake your business has ever made? I read every single one.